Hello, my name is Boyd Nelson, and the video that I watched was about the working poor. And I took a few takeaways from this. And the most significant takeaways from the video are that many of these people are overworked and that they do not have much they can do about it because they have to pay their rent and their bills. And it's really hard for them. And these people normally end up getting stuck in a loop that they can't get out of because they're so underpaid. And when you consider the price of living in there, it has only got more expensive in the past 4 years. And I also learned that people in the working poor is typically 1 out of every 3 people that you meet. And one of the most impactful things I learned is that most people that are the working poor end up paying more than half the money that they make per month into their rent. Half of the take-home pay is in rent. Sorry about that. Often, they have to rent out hotel rooms because they can't afford actual rent in other places that are more upscale. And they often have to live off of fast food because it is less expensive. And if they stay in a hotel room, they might not have the proper items to cook their food. Another thing that I learned is that many people have a hard time trying to spend time with their families and keeping up on their sleep because they're so overworked. On the video, it said that the woman in the video didn't get to spend more than 4 hours at home between sleeping and trying to provide for her kids and talk to them. And it's really hard to keep them relationships with them kids when you are not around. One of the most significant problems is economic equality because the owners of the business often make way more than the workers, and oftentimes they can be paid more, but they are not. So they're forced to get other jobs just to make ends meet. And some institutions that are also affected are education because some of the parents can barely afford food, let alone school supplies, pens and papers, and lunches for the school children to eat. And they may also get worse grades because they are stressed out at home, and it can make them harder for them to further their education. If they're getting bad grades, it'll be a lot harder for them to go to a 4-year college so they can not be stuck in the same situation. Another thing is healthcare, because even though the job may have benefits, if one of them children gets sick, they may not have the funds to bring them to the doctor to get them to start feeling better because the premiums may be higher. Some solutions are welfare programs, and they support the families that have low income and are going through a hard patch. These welfare programs don't help as much as people would think because the price of living and price of food has skyrocketed in the past few years. The actual outcomes are they may end up getting helped, but not enough to take them out of the financial hardships that they are in. And some of these programs will help people by offering them food stamps, but you can only get a few of them per month. And the schools often have programs to help lower the price of lunches, and that can also help these parents, but it's still really hard for them. And for my question, I said, what do you think that people all around the world could do to help these people that are living paycheck to paycheck, to help them get further in life and get more out of it and get them out of the situation that they are currently stuck in? Thank you for listening to my presentation.